Alright there, trainers, I'm some northern guy.
And it's your boy, Lynk Cable.
There he is. We can't see Lynk Cable. We're having a bit of technical difficulties, both our ends, actually. So instead we got this lovely image of him instead. And welcome back to another episode of Poké-Chat, which is a little series we do where we just have a good old chat about Pokemon. Cause,
Little chin wag.
We do a little chin wiggle, because we love Pokemon, don't we? I love Pokemon. Do you love Pokemon?
I tolerate it.
It's
I do.
It's all right, you know. I just made this whole YouTube channel about it, but hey, it's fine. So tell the good people at home, buddy, what we're going to talk about today.
We are going to talk about some old news. We are going to talk about and discuss the Team Rainbow Rocket trailer reveal from, I believe, last week, and little bit on the not so much bigger side of things, the 10th of November announcement.
Do you mean the 10th of November disappointment? Jesus. I got up at 5 a.m. for nothing.
I was in work at 3. I was like, I'm waiting for this 5 a.m. thing. All right, 2 hours later, into work. Oh, here it comes. Wait, what? It's only 30 seconds? Oh, it's got to be something really important then. Mimikyu's got a Z move, which everyone guessed like 3-4 months ago. And then the best part was the last 5 seconds was get your Dust Lycanroc.
Yes! They got Dust Lycanroc in there. I keep looking at the laptop, but you're not there, so there's no point. I was going to look at you guys. So yeah, we're going to talk about Rainbow Rocket, giving our views on Rainbow Rocket, especially now we've had more information. In the form of leaks. Now, let's get this out of the way. We're probably not going to talk about the leaks and spoilers as much as possible. But if we do, we'll save it till the very, very end of the video. So don't worry, we're not going to spoil anything. And we'll give you fair warning before we start talking about spoilers, because I know a lot of people like to keep it, fresh and unspoiled. I know you do, Lynk Cable. And yeah. I know that I do to an extent, but I have seen everything that's been announced, and well, not announced, everything that's been leaked, I've seen, and it doesn't bother me that much, but I know not everyone's like that. So, we'll do that. That's that. Right then, so, we've already mentioned it. Should we get Mimikyu out of the way? Should we get this sad...
Because it's the least amount of news we've got. And, again, it is the 10th of disappointment. There you go.
1 week to go, we get Mimikyu. Well, what did you think of the Z move, though? Because I think the name's weird, but if you stop and think about it, it's really dark, and I like that, because it suits Mimikyu's whole, it's cute, but it'll, eat your soul, it's type of thing they have going on.
Was it the name Let's Snuggle Forever?
Let's Snuggle Forever.
What? What kind of Z move name is this?
It's really sweet, but you think about it, it's like, I'm gonna kill you and we can snuggle forever. Oh
my god. I don't think I'm ultra salty right now. Right. As like a lot of other people in the community, I speculated this would be a thing. I speculated Mimikyu would have its own exclusive Z move.
Yeah.
And obviously it has come true. But the disappointment for me, not so much I was hoping for a bigger reveal for this last week until the release of the games. I think I was just generally disappointed with its actual Z move, because my speculation on it months ago, I think other people may have said this or at least speculated it, but I thought we were going to potentially see Mimikyu's true form.
Yeah, and it would kind of burst out of the little cape thing and just go to town on him. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it was just a silhouette or something, we don't
cool.
potentially have to see the whole thing, but I just think that would have been a lot more, I guess, cooler. But,
yeah.
It is what it is. I think at the same time, Mimikyu's meant to be this obviously cutie type Pokemon, and at the same time, I think somewhat funny.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I kind of like that they didn't reveal it, because it keeps the mystery, and because no one knows what's underneath it, and apparently if you see it, you die. So in the anime, Meow,
it to be that.
yeah.
instant kill.
Like one hit KO Z move. But in the anime, Meowth always, it's like a running gag that Meowth sees it, and Meowth just full on dies and just comes back to life like every couple of episodes.
Yeah, no, I have seen this.
It's really dark. So I like that. I mean, I guess we kind of do see it. We see its eyes, but it's not enough, I suppose.
No, and I do find it quite funny because this is the comical side of the Z move. It drags whatever I guess it's battling into its like cloth.
Yeah.
And then like for some reason the cloth like expands. And, it looks like Mimikyu tent form or something.
Mega Mimikyu. It's just like a bed sheet. It's like a king size duvet.
I'm going to use for the sake of calling it. And
oh, hello. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. What happened then?
I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So 10th of November is disappointing with the whole Mimikyu thing only.
Yeah.
And then I think it was also like someone kicking in the sand in your eyes about the whole Lynk and Rock again. we don't need that. We've had that like 4 times. We didn't.
Every trailer. Hey guys, don't forget Dust Drop Rock. I'm not even going to use it. Like it doesn't make any sense.
I am.
Of course you are, mate.
For obvious reasons.
So I like the Z move. I like how it like sort of takes him into its cloth. It's like taking it into Mimikyu's world, and then it just like beats him up. But I love 2 things about it. The first one is that when it actually does the Z move, it's as you said, it expands. It uses it on a Tyranitar in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
And it makes sense because the tent looks big, but then it does it on like a Pikachu, and it's just as big. So it's like doing it on like a little Caterpie or something. It's like massive.
Because I was a little bit. I thought this is what they were going to do because obviously in the little trailer they did for it, as you've just said, you see it be used at least several times on like a lot of variety of Pokemon. So Tyranitar, Pikachu, Caterpie, whoever have you. But I thought the reason why they showed that was potentially the Z move size would be different, or like the cloth size would be different.
That'd be cool.
Like you said, it was the same exact thing. I was like, what's the point of showing the exact same move over and over again? There's nothing new you can do with that.
Nah.
Like, when they announced Komodo's Z move, they did it the once, and it was awesome, and it was like, there you go.
Yeah. It was kind of
10th of disappointment, I guess.
Pretty much. That's all we can say, really. Oh, no, the second thing I really loved was just like when the trainer gives it a thumbs up, and it's like, yeah, go on, kill him. It just like starts wailing on him. Oh, dear. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you didn't know what I meant then, did you? Like, when it absorbs him into the cave, she gives it a thumbs up.
I like what they're doing with the trainer, though.
Yeah.
Sorry?
No, I said yeah. I said I like what they're doing with the trailers.
Oh, sorry. I was getting some kind of like back audio done.
Oh.
But like, what I mean is, I just find it funny, and this might be a good segue into the last week's trailer now.
Yeah.
But as you pointed out in the Z move for Mimikyu, the trainer does like the thumbs up saying, yeah, it's okay. But then segue into the Battle Agency. The trainers are wearing sunglasses.
Oh, mate, they look so cool, don't they? It's like they walk in like, hey, let's go.
You just become like the Fonz for happy.
Yes.
And then every time you take a Pokeball, hey.
But it's like the oh dear, I'm gonna cough my lungs up. No, I'm gonna hold it in. But it's like the Pikachu Z move. You know, it gets, is it like 100,000 Thunderbolt or something like that? And
yeah,
because there's like 3 Pikachu Z moves. And there's one where they kind of like do the little dance, and there's one where he literally fist bumps the trainer before he does it. So I like the interactive ones, but I have a little segue, but it's a spoiler, so we're going to save it for the end. But getting onto last week's trailer, Rainbow Rocket, Team Rainbow Rocket. Now, I think you spoke about this in your Cyrus video, I think, or was that before Team Rainbow Rocket?
My Cyrus video came out I believe the week before the reveal Team
Right,
Rocket.
right, cool.
So I've obviously in that theory video I've mentioned nothing
About them, but you're seeming pretty right. To be fair,
I have one little thing where I can go. Maybe it's correct. maybe it's confirmed. So I have one little line of dialogue. Where I can just go, huh?
just take it. It's fine. Just
Oh, okay, I'm
let's say
say okay.
You're right.
Not getting into the full theory of the video, but the gist of it was Cyrus eventually, or has already done, completed his mission of capturing Dialga, Palkia, or even Giratina. And so anyway, that's my fast forward of it. In this trailer of Team Rainbow Rocket, what we all know from seeing it, all the past team leaders or evil team leaders are together now under one flag of Team Rainbow Rocket underneath
Giovanni, the OG.
And we have Cyrus in there with the rest of them. Now there's a bit of dialogue. I believe this is in Japanese, so somebody has translated this. And the dialogue, I can't word it for word for word, but it basically along the lines is, I've been dragged away. Giovanni has dragged me away from my perfect universe, type thing. So it's like, oh, so he has potentially in some universe actually, completed his goal.
Well, that's the. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
No. I was just going to segue into like the whole section of the whole all these evil team leaders. Come from universes where they've all succeeded.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, so it's good. Makes sense. I like it.
You do. Also, if my theory is wrong, I'm just going to turn around and say, yeah, multiverse
theory. It's the answer for everything. I think I used that in my my I Choose You review, where it's like, Charmander's trainer isn't Damien because multiverse theory. But I like how they've all come back. I like how they're successful, because I did my video in response to Rainbow Rocket talking about what I think those worlds would be like, and we'll leave links to both of these videos down in the description. And Cyrus his perfect world, I think you're right. I think it could be he creates Ultra Space, and if that's true, I'd love that, because what are the most like interdimensional games apart from Sun and Moon? It's Diamond and Pearl. So maybe we're gonna get Diamond and Pearl remix. Confirmed. Well, what was I gonna say? Oh, one thing I noticed from the trailer, and the most spout of recent trailers, because we also got another Japanese trailer the other day. We didn't get an English equivalent. It was really short, and it didn't reveal anything new. Apart from, it showed the player battling the Rainbow Rocket and all the leaders of the other teams with legendaries. So I'll get to that point in a minute, but it showed the Pokemon that the evil team leaders are going to use. And in that trailer, Cyrus had Dialga, not Giratina. And I'm wondering whether it's going to be for example, what's his name? Ghetsis. I think he had Reshiram. I don't think he had Kyurem.
I've seen a screenshot. I don't think I've actually seen this trailer. I've seen the screen of Ghetsis uses Zekrom.
Zekrom, cool. So what I'm thinking it's going to be is... hello? Can you hear me?
There we go. Sorry.
Yeah, you went all robot-y again.
Everything jumped out then.
I could tell when it's going to drop for you, because you just go really robot-y. Mr. Roboto. We're going to get sued now for copyright 100. I think what it's going to be is, depending on what version you play, it'll sync up with what Pokemon they have. And I mentioned this in my Team Rainbow Rocket video about how the timelines would go... like different multiverses and stuff. That is probably, you have the timeline of Pokemon, but that splits. So one timeline would go Red and Ruby, Red and Ruby, Gold and Diamond, etc., etc. And the other one would go Blue and Sapphire, Silver and Pearl, like happening together. So I think if you're playing Sun, they'll have the what I call red version legendaries, so Dialga, Zekrom, etc., etc. Obviously, Archie and Maxie don't count, but for the others, it'll be that version. And if you play Moon, it'll be the other one. So on Ultra Moon, Cyrus will have Palkia. On Ultra Sun, he'll have Dialga, type of thing. If that makes sense. Yeah?
It makes sense to me.
It makes sense to you. It makes sense to you guys. I hope it does.
Let's just hope it makes sense to everybody else.
I'm not the best at explaining things on the fly. But I think it's possible. Because if he has, like, Dialga in both of them, then what's Palkia? You know, what doesn't make sense. Like, unless it's random, possibly. Unless he has both. What if he has... Oh! What if they have... I'd
like for him to have both, but I think... No, I've not seen nothing of this, or at least that I'm aware of, but I believe... Because obviously I did my Cyrus video. Cyrus's team, in the end of Diamond and Pearl, he even has 4 Pokemon.
He does.
And then
Excuse me.
In Platinum, he has 5 Pokemon. So my speculation, for this whole, these team leaders using legendary Pokemon, if people can find a screenshot of how many Pokemon each one leader uses,
I think they all have 5.
Right. Then I'm going to assume then, Cyrus in these games, depending on the version, will have either Dialga or
Palkia, yeah.
And then I think Giratina will just be left as
an event.
The legendary Pokemon you can capture because of the Ultra Wormholes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice. But I do love Giovanni having Mewtwo. I think that's so good. I really fangirled when I saw that. I freaked out. It's like, oh, yes, boys! Because I don't think in the games they've ever really confirmed solidly Mewtwo's link to Team Rocket. It's mostly been the movie and the anime.
The only moment I can suggest that actually is in-game lore is Cinnabar Island, where the library is,
with the
laboratory
and the diaries.
Yes, all the diaries about Mew, and then the last one says, "We created a Pokemon, Mewtwo." And I guess it was this day it was born on, but maybe at the same time I can't remember because this has been a long time, obviously.
Of course,
but I can't remember if those books indicate it's Team Rocket. But I think we all know as like a fandom because of mainly the anime.
Yeah, we all. It's kind of just implied in it. Really,
I tell you one thing that I don't think you mentioned then was talking about exclusive legendaries on people's teams. Clearly in both versions of the game, Giovanni's going to have Mewtwo regardless.
Of course.
But the difference is, we've seen from, I believe it was in the trailer actually, we see that he mega evolves Mewtwo.
He does.
Mewtwo Y. So I think that will be his exclusive.
I see.
On the version of the game. So if you've got Ultra Sun, he's probably going to have
X.
Mewtwo X.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So probably.
I'm pretty excited though. I'm pretty excited. The only thing I'm going to say, and I'm like awesomely segue into this because I really want to talk about this.
Go on.
We know from Oraz,
the
Groudon and Kyogre have their Primal versions.
Yes.
Now, I don't think they're going to be in this game, or at least Maxie and Archie won't use them. Reason being is because this is Archie and Maxie from
the other universe.
Ruby and Sam. Yes, this is where Multiverse Theory comes
from the different timeline. I love the Pokemon timeline, man. It's so how it's like Zelda. There's 3 different timelines and all this stuff. I love it.
I love that.
It's good.
I'm so glad. Like, I guess Pokemon's come to this point now where like the theories can just get bigger.
I saw a thing, and I can't remember who did it. It was a while ago, and it's a YouTube channel where they linked They link they linked like one video game series to loads of others, and they like basically linked Pokemon to like Dragon Ball Z, and they were like, it's in the same universe.
Way.
Yeah, they kind of like do it like Pokemon, Super Smash Bros, Mario is this, blah 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 blah. These guys are by Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco make the Dragon Ball Z games. Boom, Pokemon is linked to Dragon Ball Z. It's like, oh, okay then.
I might have seen something similar to this.
Yeah.
I've seen someone do a video about how Digimon and Pokemon are connected.
Yeah.
I think it's a very similar thing of like Bandai and all this.
I think it might have been Digimon, not Dragon Ball. I think that might have been... Oh, it might have been like...
Some
yeah.
nostalgic series.
Yeah. Anyways, we're getting off point here. Let's get back. So,
We always do this.
We always do this. We're going to try and keep it to a minimum this episode. Not another hour-long episode.
I keep no promises.
Yep, same. So, Giovanni Mewtwo's will be exclusive depending on the version, definitely. Archie and Maxie won't have primary version because, as we've said, they're the old designs, which I like, but I dislike at the same time, because Archie looks a little bit... I don't know, a little bit questionable.
Yes.
Do you know where I'm going with this? Archie looks a little bit questionable.
I do. I'm not going to say it, but
yeah.
I'll just say Ace and Liam gave it the best description. I'm not going to actually say what he said, just in case of this video gets flagged.
We upset anyone, but Archie just looks weird. Let's put it that way. Maxie looks all right, to be fair.
Yeah, Maxie looks passable for me from the old designs not being updated.
Yeah,
but I still do prefer the Oraz designs, especially Archie's.
Yeah, because he looks jacked, doesn't he? And he looks like an actual pirate, whereas the original Archie just looks like a bloke in a sports jacket and a bandana. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't look as doesn't look as piratey, menacing, or badass, shall we say? But I'm glad they went down that route, because imagine just like that route. God damn it, a silver Nuzlocke coming into it. It's like imagine if you just rocked up and they were like, "Hey, I have a primal Groudon." And it's like, what? But
you get mincemeat.
Yeah, you get absolutely mullered. But I think going from the original games was good, because it's very nostalgic, and they're kind of marketing it as like you battle your way through 20 years of villainy, I think is what they say in the trailer.
Yes.
So they've gone, here are the original Maxie and Archie, and it's just like meant to be a nostalgia trip.
Which I think is good.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a person who really loves any series for this fact that just touches upon nostalgic roots. So this was a major thing I loved about Sun and Moon, how they brought back Red and Blue, the characters, and I was just like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Especially that they've practically just kind of copied and pasted their original teams from the end of their games.
And they've aged them as well. They actually made them get older. I'm looking at you, Ash Ketchum.
Oh, we will never see that boy grow. But that adds to the whole us seeing Red and Blue age, adds to the whole, I guess, lore of Pokemon, the timeline, everything.
Yeah,
and it just adds so well. And I'm also going to throw in Alolan forms at this point as well, because I think them
Ultra Salt.
I guess, in a way, that's a spoiler. Them in a way rehashing Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah,
was a great idea.
It was a beautiful idea. I loved it.
I know, reignite a passion for like a Pokemon you used to love back in Gen 1 and maybe haven't used it since then.
Yeah, definitely.
For example, I love Alolan Ninetales.
It does look good.
And like I still do to some extent. I do love Ninetales, but when they did Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Ninetales, I was totally like, that is probably the
best one,
most majestic Pokemon I've ever seen, and I need to have that on my team.
I still love what they did to Alolan Executor. Like, it's every time I go on my game and look at it in like my team, it just makes me laugh. When you go on its stats and you just can't see its head, it just makes me laugh every single time. One thing
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, definitely. There's one thing I want to sort of segue into. It's not really a good one, but just getting back. Thank you. Getting back to Rainbow Rocket. Have you seen the promotional poster for it? Because we all, okay. I'm going to say two things at once here. I think it's going to be, and we've spoke about this, it's going to be like the Delta episode. It's not going to be the main story. And the reason for it is because, one, in one of these trailers I've spoken about, they show the trainer battling the leaders with legendary Pokemon. Now, I don't think, as in like Lugia and Ho-Oh and all them lot, and I don't think they're going to let us go through a bunch of wormholes and get all the legendaries before we've beat the Pokemon League for a start.
I agree.
And the other, it would be so overpowered. Just rock up on Mount Lanakila like, sup, I got like these 6 gods, let's go.
I got the three legendary birds, Lugia, Ho-Oh, you two, let's do this. Technically speaking, you could do that regardless, because you just use Pokebank.
Oh, yeah. But why would you be that guy, though?
The legit way.
The legitimate way. And also because they've brought this promotional poster for it like they did with the Delta episode. And on that poster, we see and we know from trailers, and it's been confirmed, that Guzma is on our side against Rainbow Rocket. So Team Skull don't join them. But when you look in the background of that poster, it has all the leaders. Faber from Aether Foundation is with them. So it looks like Aether Foundation, or at least is it Faber? Is that his name?
Faber. Oh, that's what I call him. Yeah. It's F-A-B-A.
Yeah, he's gonna join. It's like bloody. Is it Ali? Is it Shaggy?
I think
Shabba.
yeah, Shabba. Yeah. I can't remember who that is. Anyway,
Anyway,
I think it's
God damn it!
That from Ali G, I think.
Ali G's hilarious.
North.
But yeah, so he's in the background with them. So at least he is going to join them. Like how in Sun and Moon, he was sort of like the main one after Luzamine, who was making Aether Foundation the bad guys. So interesting that he's joining them, but Guzma is on our side. What do you think of that?
I love that because
yes,
it's a joke, but he's your boy.
He's your boy. He's always got your back.
I found him. I know it's you could argue about this. Like, is he actually an evil team leader or whatever have you? I just call him an antagonist.
Yeah, I think Luzamine is the main antagonist, and Guzma's like.
Yes, and I agree with you. But with Guzma, I call him the antagonist in the sense of he's your opponent, but he's not actually evil.
Yeah.
He has a team, but they're not necessarily an evil team. Like, if anything, even a lot of the, I guess the citizens of Alola, even they just go like, they're more of a nuisance than anything.
Yeah, exactly right. I like that about Sun and Moon. I like how they turn the conventions on its head like that.
Oh, yes, definitely. Even though I think everyone saw it coming, but...
It's like, this Faber guy looks a little dodgy. Nah, he's a good guy.
Nah, it's all about Wick.
Do not get me started on Wick, man. Whew!
Segueing back to Guzma. Yeah, no. What I liked about Guzma is the whole fact of, yes, he's, like I said, he's your antagonist, he's your opponent, he's not evil.
No.
And then you kind of find out, I guess this is more theory, but you can kind of see like the hints of this in his like parents' house, where like he had maybe a bad childhood, or and like and again I love this whole thing where he used to be a really good trainer. He was, I guess, meant to be a trial captain at some point,
like Kukui, yeah.
Yeah, and again like him having an actual relationship or a friendship with that gen's professor. Whereas every other gen's normally been like, here's your professor. He gives you a Pokemon. Yeah, here's a Pokédex. Go on your adventure. See ya. And there's not really much else with them.
No.
Normally, whereas Kukui's like everywhere. You know?
I love Kukui. I really like what they did with this character because they made him involved. He's all the way through the story, and then when they made him the champion. That was obviously a reference to when Professor Oak was meant to be the champion when they first came up with Red and Blue, and then they changed it. Oh, it was like hinted that you could at least battle him, and then they took it out and all that stuff. And I liked that. It was really good. And I did see it coming, but I didn't mind it because I thought it was great. It made sense. He sets up the Pokemon League. He should be the one you face to be champion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it also goes... and I think a big hint in the game that we were going to potentially battle him at some point was the fact of he went to Kanto at some point, did the Pokemon gyms, completed the gyms, and then he lost the land.
He lost to Lance, yeah.
And obviously in the Battle Royale, I think it was, the free-for-all.
Yeah, and the Mass Royale. Yeah. I love that guy.
Mask Royale. Again, so like, you knew like he's a guy who pretty much knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's no pushover. He's a trainer, like, first and foremost.
And also, the last thing I'll just say about him is it makes sense as well with his research, as he's like the professor
Pokemon
who does
moves,
Pokemon
yeah.
attacks. Pokemon moves, that'd be a better way to say it. And what better way to be a professor in that kind of category where, you know, actually being a pro trainer.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I loved it. So the Guzman relationship with him, Belton. I mean, the chemistry they have is brilliant. I mean, we joked about what if they flipped it, so Kakuri was the leader of Team Skull and Guzman was the professor.
Oh, don't get me started, man. That's my multiverse theory.
So kind of, go on.
No. Have you got anything to say about the poster?
No, I was going to say let's bring it on back to Rainbow Rocket. Unless I can't, Is there anything else you want to mention about Rainbow Rocket, or do you want to move on?
The only thing, because I don't think we've clarified this in this video as of yet, just to confirm, Team Rainbow Rocket team leaders, I guess, are Giovanni, which we've said multiple times already in this video. One thing I do want to point out, though, I've said this to you, I guess in the past week. This looks like the original Giovanni from Gen 1 games, not Gen 2.
No. Yeah.
Obviously, we have Maxie and Archie from the original Ruby and Sapphire. Cyrus from what we're going to
Diamond
assume
Pearl,
is
Platinum, yeah.
Diamond Pearl.
Not Platinum, Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah. And Getsus comes from Black and White 1, not Black and White 2.
Does he?
His uniform that he's wearing and that he's not using Curum.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point.
That's right. And how do you pronounce X and Y's villain?
Lysander.
Lysander. Yeah, okay. And then he's the last one rounding up the villains that we know confirmed. And as you pointed out as well, Faber looks like he's going to be part of that group as well.
Here's the interesting thing, though. Do you think it'll just be you battle Rainbow Rocket grunts and then you fight the leaders? Or will it be like have some aqua grunts and some magma grunts mixed into it and all that stuff? What do you reckon?
I'm going to go with... for the grunts, it is probably going to be just, here's a Team Rainbow Rocket grunt 1, 2, and 3. And then when you get to the leaders, because I believe when you get to the leaders, it says what team they're originally
It does,
part of,
so, it does.
Yeah, so Team Galactic leader Cyrus and so on. I think it'd be a cool reference though if they at least had one Team Magma grunt in there somewhere. Not as like maybe not as battleable, but just maybe as someone to talk to, just as like a NPC.
Yeah.
Because again, like maybe this is gonna stir up the whole, more multiverse theory. But I think the majority of it is just gonna be Team Rainbow Rocket grunts. Maybe they're a bit of a mixture of like all the teams' grunts all together. Maybe.
So maybe they'll use like Pokemon from all the teams.
Yeah, pretty much. So some will use like Raticates from Team Rocket. Some will use
like Lipards, and some will use like
there'll be a variety
Sharpedo.
than just like all these grunts use like maximum of 3 Pokemon. Majority of them only using 2 though.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right. What else have you got on your magic list to talk about? We've spoken about Mimikyu. We've spoken about Team Rainbow Rocket. And we've been going for 35 minutes. So...
Okay, well, these last... I've only got 2 more things to mention.
Go for
I think these are going to be pretty small, actually. I've already mentioned this in the video earlier on, I believe. The Battle Agency.
Yes,
which
love
is
it.
New battle facility. I think it's meant to basically be Battle Factory.
It is.
Emerald.
Yeah. Because everyone whinged in Auras.
I'm one of these people because
keep it.
Because like they teased it as well in Auras, just going, it's being built.
It's coming soon.
It's not in Sun and Moon though. So is it not just Sun and Moon? At the moment, no.
Mate, I loved it.
But it looks really good. Really good though. I'm glad they brought some kind of a facility back, like because obviously some post game stuff in Sun and Moon can get like tedious. Like once you've done the Ultra Beast, there's not really much else to do except for like, all right, repeat the Elite Four, do the battle tree, fight all the previous champions, and I think that's really it. And well, I guess capture all the Pokemon as well if you wanted to. But it looks like for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, they actually have a bigger post game for us.
They do, which we need. So good.
So it looks like we got some good story content for Team Rainbow Rocket.
I mean, we have so much. We've got the Rainbow Rocket story. We can capture all the Ultra Beasts. We can capture every single legendary. We can, there's so much to get on with.
Oh, actually, that's the thing. With all the legendary Pokemon we can capture in these games, which, as you confirmed, it is every single one if you've got both copies of the game.
Oh wait, is it only a certain ones in certain games?
I believe so. I think Ho-Ho, but they do this in every game, don't they?
They do.
Like if they introduce legendaries from previous generations, it's like, oh well, you can get Moltres in this one, but Zapdos in the other.
Yeah.
That's what they've pretty much done because one of them I know, and I like this because I think this is just a cool thing to talk about. Is I believe in Ultra Sun, Raiku's the legendary beast you can capture. Whereas in Ultra Moon, it's Entei.
I see where you're going with this.
And then when you get
the Rockruff
both in the same game,
okay, fair enough.
it basically unlocks the Ultra Wormhole for
Suicune. I like that. That's cool. Yeah.
And now the cool thing I want to mention because there's a lot of trios throughout the Pokemon games. Each one of these third Pokemon and Mewtwo's included in this as well. We have like screenshots of them in what seem to be their habitats. So when you see Mewtwo and when you're able to capture him after Giovanni, I guess
he's in Cerulean Cave.
Yes, and Lugia's in the
Whirlpool Islands.
Islands, and so on and so on. So the cool thing here is, in a sense,
we're going to every region. Yeah.
They finally made that game.
Well played, Game Freak.
It all comes together.
Oh Lord, right.
But
dear.
What's that?
It's clever. I like it. We can't complain anymore. I want a game where I can go to every region. Well, you can. You can. It's just one little area. Oh dear. I like that though. It's good. That's cool.
And then I've not got nothing to say about this just because I'm not really interested. Last little bit was totem stickers.
I like that. I actually really like that. I don't have a reason why. I just like it. I think it's cool. I think it's funny. Just like sending out a giant like gumshoes or whatever. I just think it's kind of cool. That's it. That's the only reason why I like it. I think it's a cool little addition. Because
one thing, because I was thinking about also when they showed it in the trailer, going, what kind of relevance does this have? Because it's obviously just showing that we can get the bigger versions of each of these Pokemon. I believe it was Joe Merrick from Cerebi said this on Twitter. He assumes, and I believe anyway, the benefit of this will, we'll get bigger versions of these Pokemon, but the change in them changes their weight and their height. So this will change certain Pokemon moves,
like heavy slam and things like that.
Yeah, so I think that potentially you could use these, I guess, in like maybe a little bit more outside the box of how you normally use like a normal standard version of it. Yeah. To go, I don't know, this Alolan Raticate's not really that heavy, but when it's a totem size one, actually, hang on, this is a little bit more different story now.
Yeah, I like that. It's clever. I like how they've done that. It actually changes their weight. That's cool.
I just hope these stickers aren't so hard to find.
Hopefully not. Right, is that all we wanted to cover? Because we are running out of time.
That's everything that was touched upon in the last 2 weeks.
Sweet. Now, this is where we get to the spoiler part. Now, what I suggest we do, mate, and this is up to you, we can call this a day here, And then if we've got time, we'll do another video, which we'll link to for anyone who wants to see the spoilers, and that will just be all spoilers. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. I'm happy with that.
Sweet, we shall do that. So, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, then leave a like, subscribe to myself and to Lynk Cable. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description, of course, because he is a
It's your boy.
beautiful man. He is your boy. He is a fantastic Poké-Tuber, so go and check him out. And let us know what you think about Rainbow Rocket, Mimikyu Z-Move, everything we spoke about. Leave a comment and let us know what you think. Anything you want to add, buddy?
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another video.
Keep training. Have a good one. Bye. Don't you just love slogans?
Bye.